Witam ponownie na moim kanale. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing something a little different. I'm going to make a childhood dessert that is very simple. It requires only up to 2 or 3 ingredients, and I haven't had it in over a decade. So we'll see if A, I can make it in the first place because I've never made it myself, and B, if it tastes like what I remember it tasting. So I'm gonna make it in 2 ways. Now, what on earth am I making? It is called Kogel Mogel, and its primary ingredient is an egg yolk. So I have 2 egg yolks, 1 in each massive bowl. Żółtko, żółtka. One version I'm going to make with cocoa powder, cacao. And another version I'm going to make with lemon, cytryna, because that is how I remember having it. Now, that is not to mean that that is in any way a traditional way of doing anything. This is just my personal Polish childhood memory that I'm trying to live out. I am linking a more professional recipe in the description box from the Spruce Eats by Barbara Rolek. So if you want to get fancy, once you're done making the base that is Kogel Mogel, you can then introduce a few other ingredients that are totally optional but can make it a more fancy dessert. So I will go ahead and make the cocoa version first. All I'm gonna do is, again, you would use more yolks, but because I'm making just sample versions here, sample sizes, I'm using 1 yolk. And I'll probably use approximately 1 teaspoon of cocoa powder. I'm doing this na oko, which is what every Polish cook has ever done, meaning you just do it however you feel like it feels right. That's what I'm gonna do. And then, of course, for it to taste like anything, you need to add sugar. Cukier. So I'm also going to add approximately 1 teaspoon of sugar. Now, the way I remember it being made, my mother would actually whisk it or mix it with a spoon very aggressively for a very long time. I am not going to be putting that kind of sacrifice into this, so I'm going to use a mixer to do this. All right, I'm moving on to my next version. I haven't tried the cocoa version. I'm going to now make it with lemon. So I'm adding, again, approximately a teaspoon. I don't know if it's a teaspoon. I didn't measure it. It's approximately a teaspoon. And of course, you need to add sugar. And I rinsed out the mixer. At least pretend that I did. You're supposed to. The Kogel Mogel that has the lemon ingredient is definitely a lot more watery. I don't know how I feel about that. But here we go. I'm gonna try the lemon one first. And you can have this room temperature, or you can, of course, chill it in the fridge before you indulge. This is how I remember it tasting. It's different. It's not terrible. And here's the cocoa version. I definitely prefer the cocoa version. It almost tastes like cake batter or something like that. Now I'm gonna make someone else try it. Mike, come over here.
I just brushed.
How convenient for you.
Yeah.
So if you follow the Spruce Eats recipe, you would do basically what I did. We're gonna go ahead and take the lemon version out. Not the lemon version, the cocoa version. And some optional ingredients you could use are, actually, cocoa powder is one of them. You could add some rum or vodka, so you can make it an alcoholic dessert. You can add raisins, nuts, or even marshmallows. Now, you could do all of those, or you could do one of those, whatever combination you desire. This recipe specifically will liken this Kogel Mogel to eggnog. So if you are a fan of eggnog, you might want to try another version, and this would be it. By the way, if it's not obvious enough, the egg yolk is raw. A few fun facts about Kogel Mogel. Its origins date back to the 17th century, where it was common in Jewish communities in Central Europe. Then during the communist era in the 1980s, since sweets were very hard to come by, this was a way for people to enjoy sweets. I really hope you try this out and let me know what you think in the comments below. Thank you again for watching my channel, supporting me. Thank you in advance for liking and hopefully subscribing. It means a lot. I hope you have a wonderful holiday. I'll see you in the new year. Do widzenia I dziękuję.